here are your headlines. And thousands of passengers remain delayed or stranded after a technical fault with the UK's air traffic control system.
I am now on a train journey to Belgium, and then to Luxembourg, and then to France, and then to Calais, and then a ferry, and then Dover, and then London, and then bed and a cup of tea.
The expanded ultra-low emission zone comes into effect, covering all of Greater London.
Well, the signs are now in place, with the scheme applying here as far out as Sutton in South London. But there is strong local opposition to the expansion. I'll be speaking to those who are against it to find out why.
Football officials from across Spain urge Luis Rubiales to resign as president of the country's FA after that controversial kiss at the Women's World Cup. And Sir Elton John spent a night in hospital after falling at his villa in the south of France. A spokesperson for the singer says he's now back home and in good health. The 76-year-old has been spending the summer in France after performing a headline set at Glastonbury Festival in June. And NHS England have announced there will be a significant increase in the number of blood pressure checks being carried out in the community. The health service plans to extend tests in pharmacies and also offer them in places like barber shops and mosques. It's hoped the scheme will help to reduce deaths from heart attacks and strokes. We've also got to give some congratulations this morning.
Yes, we really have, for our colleague, our correspondent, Emma Vardy, who you might remember was here with us on Breakfast a couple of weeks ago. She posted news of a new arrival on social media and she said this: presenting my best breaking news ever.
His name is Jago Finn. Here he is with Emma. He's just a few hours old, a little bit camera shy, she said yesterday, but she says she's smitten and in love. And Emma sends all her thanks to the staff at Belfast's Royal Victoria Hospital. Isn't that great?
That's
lovely.
Gorgeous news.
Lovely for her and for Aaron, her husband. And she was only here about a week ago.
Yes, I know, she cut it very fine, didn't she?
The breakfast baby boom continues.
Yes. Let's have a look at this morning's paper, shall we? Most front pages focus on the problems with the UK's air traffic control, the story we're leading on this morning. The Metro also carries vibrant images of the Notting Hill Carnival, which it nicknames Notting Thrill.
Great pictures, aren't they?
Yeah.
The Times this morning reporting that men will soon be offered blood pressure checks in places like barber shops. It comes as a study reveals that men are twice as likely to suffer heart attacks as women, part of a big health push.
And the Mirror looks into claims that some rail firms have admitted the closure of rail ticket offices will impact elderly and disabled people the most, putting vulnerable passengers at risk.
Well, all this disruption in the skies dominates the front pages today. Let's have a look at what some of them are saying. The Metro's headline here, air traffic computer chaos. Same story for the FT, which suggests the backlog to take a while to clear, potentially. Days of chaos after air traffic control meltdown is what the Express has to say. Similar words on the Eye also quote sources from Number 10 saying a cyber attack being the cause is a good working assumption. The travel disruption features on the front of the Telegraph, which predicts chaos all week. Flight fiasco to go on for days. Similar theme there on the Mail. Get me out of air. That's the Sun's take on what's going on. The Times, too, says the disruption could last until Friday. Now, there's a different story on the front of the Mirror, something it's been campaigning about, saying that the elderly and disabled will bear the impact of rail ticket office closures. From The Guardian, as we were mentioning, rivers at risk as Cabinet Minister Michael Gove plans to make a change around water pollution rules and new housing. And The Star splashes on controversy surrounding the Spanish football chief Luis Rubiales and how his mother has gone on hunger strike in a church. Now, if you want to see any of those front pages again or read the stories, then do scan the QR code on your screen.